Alright guys, welcome back to another Dokkan battle video. We're going to be covering the anniversary units. I'm going to look at Beast Gohan, we're going to look at the Gammas, and then we also have the information for 18 and Krillin. So we'll go ahead and look at all that stuff. Let me just go ahead and open this in a new window. Wait, nope. I forgot I have to do it like this. Open image in a new tab. There we go. So we'll go ahead and look at all the information. So superheroes, Bond of Master and Disciple, or Miraculous Awakening, pretty good. Superheroes is definitely a category that has been getting massive amounts of buffs recently for sure. Plus an additional 30% for people who are on Entrusted Will or Movie Heroes category as well. Because there's a lot of superheroes that are also just on Movie Heroes as well. We got units like Gogeta, trying to think of the other units as well. Obviously the superhero units, like all of those people are going to help out the team tremendously because obviously they're all movie heroes as well. We'll see, because I was talking about earlier how I wanted the 17, I keep saying 17, I don't know why. The Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, I was really hoping that they would link up with the Gamma 1 and 2 LR. Or that they would at least be usable together, you know? So this could just, you know, easily help that, because superheroes, movie heroes, right? Then he does greatly raise attack for 1 turn, raises defense for 1 turn, or raises, yeah, just regular raises, and then greatly raises. Then he greatly raises his attack infinitely, I'm assuming, then raises his defense for 4 turns and causes mega colossal damage. Pretty good. His animations are also pretty cool for the super attacks as well. I do like the reference to the BoJack movie, with the kind of like strike and then the red lightning. I thought that was so cool. I know that some people don't really like it because it's not anything new, but at the same time, I still like the reference. You know, it's kind of like a callback. Then he has the unit super attack where he greatly raises attack for 1 turn, raises his defense for 4 turns, and then he raises allies transfer from a critical hit by 20% for 1 turn and disables the enemy's action for 1 turn. So already, the unit super attack is insane, and all it needs is a Piccolo when his ki is 18 or higher, making it where it's just like any Piccolo is so good though. Like super good, because it means that while obviously the tech Piccolo is insane right now, later down the line if we do get a new Piccolo as well, we could always have it where he will work well together, you know. Then we have the Beast Unleash as passive. Activates the entrance animation upon entry once only, ki +8, and chance to perform a critical hit, and reduces damage received by 40% for 5 turns. So easily, one of the things that I was saying in the other video where I was like, oh, I want Beast to do this because I really do not like it how he just didn't have any ki. This is already just like crazy, and not having a condition for this is insane too. 40% damage reduction is so cool. 3 ki, so that he's gonna start off with 11 ki, basically almost an 18 ki super right off the. No, he'll have an 18 ki super guaranteed, and get an additional attack and defense 250% and guard against all attacks. So this part is already insane too. Having guard permanently with the 40% damage reduction is an insane combo. We've already seen units that have guard and damage reduction, and they always age the best. They always age super well. Gain additional 50% attack when attacking, and gain an additional chance of performing a critical hit, plus 20% when ki is 24. That's awesome because it means that he'll have a 60% chance to do a crit from the get-go. Gain an additional 80% defense and reduce damage received by 20% when ki is 24 when receiving an attack. I don't know if this is... So when receiving an attack is good though, because I'm pretty sure that means it activates when your ki is obviously above 24, and then maybe after the first hit. I hope it's before the first hit happens, but it could also just be after the first hit. Regardless, having the damage reduction and the guard is still going to be a crazy combo and make it where you could reliably put this guy in slot 1 and be perfectly fine, and AoEs are going to be doing nothing to him, right? Gain additional 1 ki, and per ki sphere obtained, perform an additional attack and all allies ki +3 for the turn when this character after receiving an attack. That's crazy. So he's just Piccolo. And he gets an additional attack, so he's just a slot 1 unit. Ki +1 per each attack received, max of an additional 5. So while it's not like just replacing the 8 ki that he gets from his entry turn, it does make it where it kind of like makes up for it, you know, like it'll still help you. Your keys has so much ki in his passive, there's no way you're not getting 24 ki every single time. And gain additional per attack received during the, wait a minute, attack received during the turn. Does that mean that it goes away? It's not like a permanent buff? That might suck, actually. Oh, no. Okay, it's two parts of the passive. So he gets one key per each attack received, and then he gets an additional 20% attack and crit per attack received during that turn. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. I got a little bit confused. That was my bad. I just thought it meant that the key wouldn't stay there, which would have sucked. Gain an additional chance to perform a critical hit and chance to reduce damage received by 20%, and all allies keep +2 starting from the turn in which this character has performed their 5th attack or received their 8th attack in battle. Okay, I'm assuming that doesn't mean it's 40% damage reduction and 4 key, but that's okay. I'm completely fine with that. It is cool that it has 2 conditions that can activate it. But that's awesome. I'm assuming it is 2 conditions that activate just that one passive, but that's amazing, because that means that basically when you lose this 40% damage reduction, you're going to gain back at least 20%, because you're probably already gonna do the 5th attack, and then also have just the 20% right here, which is gonna be amazing. Yeah, that's crazy. So he'll have 80% damage reduction and guard for the 5th turn, basically, because there's no way that you're not going to be performing 3 super attacks on the 1st or 2nd turn that he's up, or just getting 8 attacks in the battle. So he'll have 80% damage reduction and guard. Insane. Gohan's confidence, able to activate starting from the turn after this character receives an attack once only. Oh, what? So just the easiest condition of all time, just gets hit one time. Okay, key +24, 158% defense, redirects all attacks of this character to perform critical hits for 1 turn. Is that all? Oh, that's amazing. That's crazy. So literally, like, the second that you're like scared of anybody, like let's say the Super Saiyan Blues, for example. You know how the Super Saiyan Blues can have it where they just don't have their guard turn? You just pop this. The attacks are all directed at Gohan. He's gonna have his damage reduction, his guaranteed guard. He's gonna have all of that, and then say, "Is that all?" Get guaranteed 24 key as well. Have the extra defense boost and perform critical hits. It's game ender. That's crazy. All right, let's go ahead and look at the next unit. Of course. Also, the animations, like I was saying, is pretty cool too. So this is the Gamma 1 and 2. If you haven't already seen them, they do look pretty insane too. So this is like easily one of the better things that they could have done. From what I saw, they get superhero key +3 and 200% attack and defense. Then they get an additional 30% attack and defense for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage. Greatly raise their attack and defense by 50% for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage. Pretty good. I would have probably preferred if they did something like Gohan's though, because Gohan has it where like he gets a little bit extra too, because he gets the what is it, like the unit super, he like is doing the disabling action, performing the critical hit, but I guess that's a unit super. But even still, it would have been nice to see something carry over to the next turn, like maybe greatly raise attack and defense for 3 turns. That's the only thing that I could say about these units. The power of superheroes: key +3 and 125% attack and defense. Gain additional 3 key and 125% when 30% or higher, so really easy. So basically starting off with 6 key is pretty good. Means that they'll get 12 key automatically. Superheroes join forces and defenders of justice category allies, key +3 and 50% attack and defense. I am not sure if that means that it's like, because it says and, I'm almost positive this is an additional 9 key and 150% attack and defense for them. Does it clarify? Here, let me click on these and see if it clarifies. I'm assuming it is. Then they get an additional 30% chance to perform a crit, perform an additional super attack up to twice per turn, per int key sphere obtained. Oh, so they just get guaranteed additional supers. It's not even like a chance. That's crazy. Chance to perform a critical hit up to 12%, or 12% up and perform an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super attack up to twice per turn per AGL or STR key sphere obtained. So you usually want to get this guy int, but it's not the worst in the world if you just get the AGL or STR instead. And you only need to get 2. So that's really easy. You just set this guy up so easily. Gain an additional 50% attack and defense and reduce damage received by 30% starting from the turn this character performs their 3rd attack in battle. Wow, so it's just like you can get this turn 1 then. That's insane. Alright, the standby. Able to be used when 70% or less or after this character is attacked 3 or more times in battle. So again, an insanely easy standby, which is good. It means that you could get this guy either turn 1 or you could get it turn 2. Gohan is obviously turn 2. So it's just like it happens at the same time. I'm fine with that. I'm assuming you probably shouldn't do the standby unless you have the attack and defense up, but I guess we'll keep reading. Also, there's something I noticed with the Gohan is that he shares 6 out of 7 links with the physical ultimate Gohan. So that's I guess okay, but again, you probably just want to run this guy with Piccolo anyways. I just forgot to mention it. Alright, able to... Oh, we already talked about the standby. So, Gamma 1 and 2 standby mode. So then obviously it's just Gamma 1 fighting for himself. So 12 key is the same, and then 18 key is the same, and then raises superclass allies defense by 50%. That's good. That's good right there. Because that's the main issue that I had with the 18 key at the before standby. Your opponent is me. Hold on, I have to sneeze real quick. Excuse me. Able to be used when charge counts once only. Temporarily raise attack by 100% per charge count and reduces or causes super ultimate damage. I wonder if that's a new like attack boost. I'm not sure. Stuns an enemy target for 1 turn and exchanges with Gamma 1. The passive for just the standby though is Gamma 1 and 2's resolution, key plus 6, 250% attack and defense, reduces damage received by 50%, gain additional attack and defense 50% when attacking. Superhero, join forces, and defender of justice category allies get 3 key and 50% attack and defense. Superhero, join forces, defender of justice. Is that the same? Superheroes, join forces, defender of justice. Okay, it's the same. Chance to perform a critical hit plus 30% and perform an additional attack up to twice per turn per int key sphere obtained. Okay, it's the exact same. And then post standby mode, I know that he said that he only talked about the things that changed, because most of it is still the same. All right, let's go ahead and look at the post standby. The 12 key is exactly the same. So it was just the thing where it's like the raises attack and defense by 30% for 1 turn. Greatly raise attack and defense by 50%, causes mega colossal damage, and raises superclass allies defense by 50% for 2 turns. Okay, so he becomes a support unit. That's pretty good. Just having defense and focusing on defense is pretty awesome. Key plus 3 and 100% attack and defense, and reduces damage received by 15%. Gain an additional 3 key and attack and defense 150%. Reduces damage received by 15% if HP is 30% or higher. So basically that's almost guaranteed. So he starts off with 30% damage reduction. Gain an additional 50% attack and defense. Attacking superheroes join forces. He has the same support as before. Perform an additional super attack. Oh, it's just guaranteed. Was it guaranteed before? Just perform an additional super attack? No, he had to specifically get key spheres. And then the key spheres part. Oh, he also changes orbs. Did I miss that part earlier? Or no, he doesn't orb change. He doesn't orb change until after he goes to post standby. Gain a chance to perform a critical hit by 20% max of 100% and reduces damage received by an additional 10 per int or STR key sphere obtained. Okay, so it switches from needing int key spheres to be the best to int or STR, and then also he changes AGL into int. That's pretty cool. Obviously because Gamma 2 is AGL or blue. So yeah, this looks like an insane unit, because then they'll technically have up to 80% damage reduction. Like, that is so hard to kill. When look at Android Aider, for example. Hachan is impossible to kill once he does have all of his damage reduction up, and this is that but like boosted. This is that but even more. So that definitely helps a lot. We can go ahead and look at the defense calculations for the units after we talk about 17 and 18 I keep saying 17 and 18. I don't know why that unit is on my mind. So 18 and Krillin. So they get joined forces. The category doesn't really matter. So they get greatly raised attack and defense, and then lowers attack and defense. Not bad. Key +2 and 180% attack and defense. Medium chance of evading an enemy attack. Chance of performing a critical hit, and chance of evading enemy's attack, including super attack +30%. And superheroes category allies key +1 when there is another superhero category ally attacking in the same turn. So you could, I don't know if that's multiplicative. I say this each time, but I'm almost positive it's not. It's 30% chances, which isn't bad, but it does hurt just a little bit. If it is 60%, then it's the same as God Goku's, and it happens all the time. Plus an additional 30% with each attack, or 30% attack and defense with each attack evaded up to 90, not bad. Plus an additional 180% attack and defense before receiving an attack. Superheroes category allies attack and defense for 2 turns if HP is 50% or more at the start of the turn. Alright. That's good, because it means that if you do pull this unit, it's not the worst in the world. They do look like they're a good unit to... if you're not able to run Bulma, this looks like just basically like a Bulma, just without the key. You get 50% attack and defense for 2 turns. That's insane. I'm a little bit worried about their defense after they get hit for the first time. Especially because... yeah, especially because they're losing 180. That does scare me a little bit. We'll go ahead and look at the calculations for the units, though. So, remember, this is with damage reduction and... here, open image in the new tab. This is with damage reduction and guard. So, without support... I guess this part doesn't matter. But yeah, he'll start off with the 325, and then after receiving an attack, it goes up to 586. If he does 118 key, it starts off with 662 or 762. Even still, like, because I'm pretty sure, isn't the? I think I stopped pulling. Yeah, I didn't pull it up. That was I shouldn't. Here, I'm gonna go get the passive again. All right, we got the passive again. So remember that he has the guaranteed guard. He's getting the 40% damage reduction guaranteed. And then he's also getting damage reduction for getting hit 1 time too. So while these defense stats do look low, especially at the start, remember that not only is he going to get so much more defense post-super, but he's also just going to get more defense after getting hit, after doing his 18 key. If you have the 40% support, or even the support that we were just talking about with the 18 and Krillin, it's going to be even slightly more than this, but yeah. Obviously Gohan just looks insane. Like, there's no way that you could do it. It's just like future Gohan upgraded, you know? He's getting around the same damage reduction, but he's doing guard as well. Like, come on. He's obviously number 1. Let me go ahead and pull up the next unit too, because Halvard has it where he already did most of the calculations. I'll go ahead and link Halvard as well if you want to go follow him. He always does the calculations for all the units, and he is insane for that. He is very, very cool. But we'll go ahead and look at this as well. So Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. Let's just go ahead and open this in a new tab. And then, alright, so 287%. Remember, they get 30% damage reduction, and they get most of their additional attacks guaranteed. So the post 18k, they have 431. If you look at the second super attack, right, this is when they get most of their defense. You can see that a huge jump happens, right? So they go from 518k to 906. So as long as you're able to get those 2 key spheres that we can see at the well, actually it would be up here. Yeah, as long as you're able to get the 2 additional attacks from doing, or super attacks from doing the 2 key spheres that are int, or if you're able to get the 2 AGL and SCR and hope that the great chances to super become a super, he's not looking that bad. And then after, oh yeah, that's without even being 30% or above it. It'll look more like this. So again, we can see a huge jump happen. Goes from 753k to 1.3 million, right? It's insane. And then obviously the bottom, This is like the one time that I will be like, oh, you know what, this is a realistic situation, because if you build the Gamma's full additional, I would probably recommend full dodge though. If you build the Gamma's full additional, you can have this happen more often than not, right? Because the first two super attacks are guaranteed, obviously, and then the third one is just the one that you have to hope on. But then after after performing 3 attacks, it's obviously still the same, because he won't have any more of the defense boost. So obviously the 627 is a little bit low, but at the same time I don't think he'll die from like AoEs or anything like that. So he'll be fine before super attack. It's just AoEs might hurt him later on. 40% support is obviously making him look pretty insane too. Remember that if we pair this guy up with Gamma 1, that the 40% support will definitely help them out too. I'm assuming that's who we linked them up with, right? He always puts it. Let me try to find who did he link him up with? Okay, you can link him up with either, and then they could get like the massive defense boost. And then post transformation, we can go ahead and look at that too. And then let me look at the standby mode again, so we could compare. I accidentally opened up files, and I don't know if I have anything in there. So let me that was the second time I've done that. So remember, the standby mode has it where he's going to get the damage reduction by 50%. So let me see. Did we already pull it up? Yeah, we did pull it up on the side. All right. So without support, 418k. Again, before super, that's completely fine. You're going to have the 50% damage reduction, so he'll be fine before super with additional 40% support. So again, with Nier just running in the sky next to Gamma 1, defense isn't that much of a difference with the support, but that's totally fine. I don't really care. Yeah, 1.6 million is crazy. Again, 50% damage reduction, by the way. And then he has... Doesn't he have like one more thing too? Oh yeah, then he also gets a crit chance. So yeah, they made these units. The second part anniversary units are actually clearing the first part, which is crazy. Well, not clearing. I should say that they're on par. Most of the times, the second part is just like so much worse. All right, and then obviously here we could see this is the post standby as well. So yeah, the defense just went up again. It went to 2 million now. And then remember, they are getting, or Gamma 1 is getting the damage reduction by 30%. And then if he is able to get more int or STR key spheres, he can raise it up to 80% damage reduction. And then obviously, as long as he's above 50%, 30% or higher, he'll get the additional key and all that stuff. So obviously this part doesn't really matter. Post buff from having 30% or more is completely fine, because again, he will get the damage reduction from that. Post super, he's hitting just an 18 key is giving him 1.4 million defense, and then any additional super attack afterwards is just giving him again more damage reduction. I just noticed it too. He doesn't get guaranteed additional super attacks anymore, does he though? It's just the one guaranteed additional super attack, but they made it where you that's funny though, that when you have like all of the additional super attacks, it doesn't even matter compared to just having like the extra stats. Like if he had 2 guaranteed super attacks before, and now it's just 1, but he has more defense. That's crazy. And then, like I said, he also has it where you can get more damage reduction in defense. Let me go ahead and pull up 18's kit too. Hold on. Where is 18? 18 and Crow. There they are. We were already looking at their stats too. Where's the person who was asking for the kit? Not bad. Let me see. What's their passive? Here we go. So yeah, let me just open this and link in a new tab. Oh wait, no, I should have done it like this. Open image in a new tab, and then go ahead and look at it like this. Open image in new tab, and we can go ahead and look at both again. So remember that they have the dodge chance. So without support, yeah, pretty horrible. When 50% or more, looks a little bit better. Full built up, so that doesn't go away though, right? Yeah, plus an additional 30% attack and defense with each attack. So you just need to dodge 3. Wait. What? That's weird. How? It says they lose an additional 180% attack and defense before receiving an attack. I'm surprised you didn't put that. Either way, their defense isn't looking that bad. You're just gonna have to rely on the dodge. Let me see. Does he clarify? Does he ever say anything about that? That's weird. Yeah. I was kind of curious to see what their defense would be after getting hit. I don't know if that was just a mistake though, because like I said, it says plus an additional 180% right there before receiving an attack. So like I said, you just have to build this character full dodge basically. But yeah, they look like they could be definitely a good support though, as long as they have the 50% HP or higher. Yeah, we'll see. We'll probably just have to look at how they are performing in game before we're able to say how good this is. But like I said, I'll make sure to leave both Goresh and Halvard in the description, so that way if you guys want to check out their Twitter as well, you can go ahead and subscribe to them and all that stuff, because they are very cool people. Thank you as always, Goresh, for doing the translations, and thank you as always, Halvard, for doing the calculations, because without you guys I would be very lost in the dark. But other than that, that is all the time that we have for today. Something I wanted to give you guys a little insight though, and I'll probably put in the comments as well, as like, hey, I'm going to be doing an announcement at the end if you guys want to hear. I think I'm just going to stop uploading Dokkan every single day as a I'm trying to think, because I don't want to get misunderstood. I love Dokkan, and Dokkan is a very, very fun game. But I think recently having to try to make videos on it every single day while also having nothing happen on the global version. I'm having to talk about JP information over here, which we won't get for 6 months, right? So having to talk about Dokkan every single day and having to come up with a brand new idea every single day has kind of burned me out a little bit. And that's the thing, is that this YouTube channel was never meant to be a Dokkan only YouTube channel. If you look at the start of this YouTube channel, you'll notice that I've played other games too. I used to play Fall Guys, or not Fall Guys. I used to play Gang Beasts with the buddies. I used to play Mario Party all the time, and even though the videos didn't do well, they were still fun to make, you know. And I think I want to go back to that. I want to go back to making it like a fun thing, and I don't want to like kind of box myself into only making Dokkan and Legends content. So that I just wanted to let you guys know that I think going forward, while I'm probably just gonna still be a primary Dokkan related content, or making Dokkan related content, I'm gonna bring that back, where like during these dead periods where there's just nothing to talk about, there's nothing to do, I want to have fun again, you know. I want to do something else that we can, you know, I could like show you guys, you know. I'm thinking of probably playing Super Mario RPG on this channel. Maybe I'll I'll record and upload that, because I haven't played that game before at all. There's Firewatch I was thinking of doing. I was maybe thinking of doing the Ace Attorney games as well, because these are just games that I've been playing already, or thinking about playing already. So just, you know, doing something like that where I don't have to worry about making a Dokkan video, and I could just, you know, have fun with it. I think that's probably the best thing to do, is to just go back to, you know, having fun rather than just boxing myself to only Dokkan, because then I don't want to summon on Super Vegeta. I don't want to summon on Rebrand Trio when I'm telling you guys not to summon. I'll obviously still have my informational videos as always on these units too. Don't expect for that stuff to go away. I do want to keep you guys always informed on this stuff. And I really do appreciate all of you guys who have stuck around this far and helped me. At the time of recording this, we're already at 898 subscribers. And it's insane. I truly can't be appreciative of you guys more, which is why I want to tell you guys I want to be open and honest with you guys, because I do want, you know, I want to keep you guys informed, and that's always what something that I've wanted to do. But again, thank you as always, and then obviously thank you as always too to Average and Will for being members. I do appreciate all of you guys though, and thank you for sticking around so far. And I am excited to obviously make more videos, and I'm excited to show you new videos too. But other than that, hope you guys all have a great rest of your week. Don't forget that I am also doing a giveaway in the Discord. I could also probably link it in the YouTube, but I've started noticing that a lot of people who I think like only are looking at giveaways are joining, and I want to just keep it in the community. So if you do ask in the comments, I'll probably just give it to you. But other than that, I would probably just advise you just joining the Discord. It's in announcements if you do. But yeah, other than that, thank you as always. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.